Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. Just super quick, if you're new here, I am a high school science teacher in Florida, and so I am just setting up my classroom today. So I figured it's just easiest to do the voiceover so y'all can just see it and we can just jump right in. So this blue milk crate is actually a technique that I've kind of been using this summer, where anything I want to carry to and from home as like weekend projects or whatever, I just throw in the blue milk crate, take it home, and then bring it back to school. But basically, it was a lot of paper-based manipulatives that I really focused on making this summer, just because paper-based manipulatives are such a time-consuming process to make, because it requires printing, then cutting, then laminating, then cutting again. I also worked on a lot of bulletin board displays, which you'll see here, easy peasy. So I always start off the year with scientific method. I teach ecology, enviro, and biology, so scientific method is super pertinent in each of those classes. The little mnemonic, I always forget if it's mnemonic device, but what I always say to remember this is Queen Healy eats Oreos all summer. And so, you can change it to be whatever you want. But that's what I tell my kids to help them memorize the steps of scientific method. But I just wanted to make a little bulletin board this year just to have that extra visual reminder. I tried to do bulletin boards for any big unit like cells, organelles, stuff like that. But bulletin boards, like I said, it can be really time consuming to make, so I don't always have that. And when I don't have bulletin board stuff, I turn it into a WOW work board for my ecology class. I find the kids feel a huge sense of pride when they see their work sitting up there. Oh my gosh, but look how embarrassing this is. So I do my, what are those called? My metric units. And I literally didn't have one of the green boxes, so I'm gonna have to print just one out. But we do go over metric units a few times. Now, I'm a little worried about this. So I made vinyl numbers with my Cricut this year to go on my tables. I did neon orange. And I was talking about it on one of my YouTube videos, and someone commented that the kids pulled those up as well, because I used to just do a paper-based table number with packing tape over it. So fingers crossed that these last a little bit longer, but I'm kind of thinking if we end up doing any kind of virtual learning, the numbers will last longer there. But I'm also thinking about just implementing it into my class rules. Like, hey, we really don't pull these up. So remember when I showed you guys this? I just want to show you what a size difference it was compared to my old one, which I'm literally in love with. Like, I'm so sad. This was just like the perfect calendar. But look at this in comparison. Like, no, it's nowhere near as good. But unfortunately, this one's out, and trust me, I've looked to see if they're making a new one, and they're not. And July's the last page, but it's like on such sturdy cardboard. It's so big, and this one is just like flimsy and sad, and oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll end up like putting it over there and like getting a whatchamacallit, a thing for my mouse. But for now, I guess this is just how it'll have to be. And welcome to day 2. So I started by going through my next setup video. I always make a list of like my next setup things that I want to have done for my videos, just because I don't want you guys to watch me do the same thing over and over again. I think that's boring. And then I just kind of worked on my to-do list, and it's so hard because the to-do list changes literally all the time, and some of these things will stay forever. Okay, you guys, I want to show you the state of my room, but first of all, I got all of my tables numbered, and I'm so excited because they're this like neon orange, so I think the kids will really be able to see it, and it's going to help me a lot for like initial seating charts. Also, hold on. You guys are going to laugh because my biggest class is 26 kids, and I only have 24 seats, so I have like extra chairs where I marked the numbers, because those are the chairs they do use, but now they'll be marked, so it's like, slightly more official. But yep, here's my TV. I've been learning how to use it, so I learned how to do like, basically take whatever's on my iPad screen or my cell phone screen and put it up on there, or I can hook it up to my computer, so it's pretty sweet. I have also individualized my caddies. So if you guys remember, this caddy system used to be just colored pencils, just markers, just glue. Oh gosh, I didn't point to the right things at all. But you get the idea. And what I've done is I've taken each caddy and I filled it with certain supplies. Like a specific number of glue sticks, a specific number of highlighters. So I've taken what was all dispersed based on like what it was and created like mini kits. So this way, if a kid comes to school and they don't have the supplies we need, they can easily grab one of those caddies and I can easily disinfect it. So I'm really excited about that. Honestly, it was like super messy and dark when I did that, so I didn't film it for you guys. I've also been working on my cart, which I'm so excited about. So you guys can see I have all 4 mason jars, and I went to the grocery store yesterday and they were selling 12 packs for $10. I bought a 3-pack for $18 on Amazon. So that's kind of what's going on there. I do have a few more things I want to organize. So maybe, I don't know. I just want to find a nice way to like do this stuff. So basically I kind of want it to be organized like this. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know. I need one more thing because I have a microphone coming, because once I'm masked up and face shielded up, my volume it just feels really quiet. So I'm really worried about being able to project in a classroom full of teenagers. And then the second shelf is just kind of random stuff that I do grab for, like my markers, glue, manipulatives, and then the bottom is all of my Corona stuff. So like sprays, masks, you know, you guys know. So I'm really excited about this. During a regular school year, I'll just be able to like roll this around with me. Like whenever a kid calls me and is like, Miss Healy, I need help, I can just zip, 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 roll over, and I'll have everything I need to like, you know, help them understand. But for now, it might just sit on the side of my desk. What else is going on? Oh yes, I am trying to decide. I'm obviously gonna need to put like my turn-in bins and stuff like that away, because our kids will solely be turning stuff in at on Canvas, or at least that's the goal. So I don't even want to have a turn-in bin out to create a congregating area. I have these rulers here. I'm probably not going to move them, but I'll just say if you need them, let me know. And then I pulled out all the stuff that I kind of hidden in that terrible drawer system, which you know I hate if you watch my like best and worst purchases. Because I have a drawer in there called File, which is where I shove everything when I don't know what to do with it during the school year, and I pulled it all out. I also found more flashcards that I hadn't cut out, which no surprise there. And then I found these, which I really don't know what they are. I'm thinking this is from my ecology class. Like I just printed out their definitions and hung all their definitions all throughout the room, and then they'd walk around the room and like match their word to it. So I'm thinking that's what this is. And then I'm also really excited because last year I started making laminated outdoor guides for local fish, local birds, stuff like that. So I want to kind of continue on, but I did take the opportunity to, oh, well, now this looks like a disaster. Okay, I'm like telling you guys how great this is and it looks terrible. But I took the opportunity to hole punch and put the rings in them. All this stuff I had bought and had ready. And then, you know, I just hadn't really done anything with it. So I got those made. Need to find a place for those. But that's kind of what's been going on. Other than that, just a lot of trainings, a lot of meetings. You guys know how it goes. That's kind of it. So I will pick you guys up later. But I just wanted to give you an update because we're making moves. And just like that, it was Friday morning. So I spent the majority, well, not the majority of my morning, but I spent this clip pulling off permanent vinyl. I put last year's schedule up in permanent vinyl. I don't know what I was thinking. It was terrible to take off, and everyone knows their schedule changes every single year. Luckily, all my preps stayed the same, but everything just shifted order, which is totally fine, but it was horrible to get off. Once I finally did get it off, I just wrote in my new schedule with Expo marker because honestly, I don't really use this once the school year starts. And then I went ahead and put my numbers on my individualized caddies. I'm honestly really excited about this system because this way if a kid comes to school and for whatever reason it needs a supply and doesn't have it, I can say grab caddy number 3, and then I know exactly which caddy needs to be sanitized instead of him touching the highlighter bin and the calculator bin and, you know, whatever. But I also, after doing this, I think I really like this and might stick to this after Corona. This way kids aren't milling about so much at my like creator station, you know? Hello, you guys, and welcome back to, or not welcome back, this is the end of the video. I just want to say the video is over. I know it's kind of weird and chaotic and crazy, and there's a lot of blue going on in this shot right now. But honestly, that is kind of how the week before school starts goes. If you are a second year teacher or later, you know, at least for me, that the pre-planning week is literally full of meetings, talks with your coworkers, talks with your principal, seating charts, student data binders, stuff like that. So it's not necessarily like classroom setup. So this is probably my very last classroom setup video of this year because I feel like that's kind of it. Oh my God, all that stuff. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself. I had a whole pile of stuff I wanted to bring home this weekend to do, and I left it at school. But either way, this is probably my last classroom setup video, and I just won't film that stuff. But I do have one more classroom haul coming because I do, and then we're hopping into the start of the school year. But if you haven't been following along, or if you have, I have been making a ton of like back to school. Oh my gosh, the dog. Okay, Bear, that's a bit dramatic. But ow, he stepped on me. Okay, well, look how funny he looks. Look at his neck. Ow! Or if you've been following along for this back to school series, I just want to say thank you so much. I know it has been a ton of videos, whether it's my answering first year teacher questions video, Bear, or classroom setup videos, or shopping for my classroom or classroom hauls, my behavior management, like whatever it was. I'm just so grateful that you guys watch them and comment on them. Like, it literally just makes me so happy. So that being said, my school year is starting in person, so that's kind of the vlogs that you guys should expect to see moving forward. But like I said, one more classroom haul and then we are done with the back to school series. Crazy times, man. Well, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys next time.